Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cracka. This episode is basically going to be about the New York Comic Con that I recently went to. As you can see, they gave a nice little Walking Dead badge. It was the first New York Comic Con I've ever gone to. I mean, I've gone to Comic Cons, but I've never gone to one this big. It was interesting. I mean, it was a little disappointing at times, but you know, it had some cool stuff. They gave away a lot of free stuff, which was kind of cool. This lovely samurai comic, which was actually quite interesting. I was reading on the line. It was good. I mean, I might actually have to pick up the one, and it was cool. They gave out a free Season 1 guide for the Marvel stuff. Daily Bugle Spider-Man. The Mighty Thor. As well as the Avengers X Sanction, I think it is. Or Sanction, whichever it is. This actually looks pretty cool. I mean, I was reading this, which is a preview, and it was interesting. I'll have to get the real one when it comes around. Yeah, you know, the Comic Con was cool, but it was really disappointing on certain things because I didn't get a chance to meet Stan Lee, which sucked because when you got there, they said you had to win a raffle, but you know he was at like this giant shield Marvel Stadium looking thing, which was really cool, but it just sucks. You know, he had to win a raffle to get his autograph, and he was only signing for a half hour, and he wasn't even signing any books. It was one of his new things that's coming out that he was signing, and you weren't allowed to have anything else signed besides that, which kind of blew. I mean, you know, I did get a photo of him from a distance, which so technically I was in his presence, but I didn't get a chance to actually meet him and get anything signed, so that sucked. Jim Lee was another one I didn't get a chance to get signed. He was signing from 3 o'clock to 4, and he showed up like a half hour late, and I was waiting on the line. The line pretty much wrapped around the entire DC section, and they capped the line at a certain spot, which was like about like 20 people in front of me. They capped it. And it just sucked because they were saying like, oh, you might get a shot, you know, wait around, you never know, you know, maybe he'll stick around. He left on time, he left at 4, and they pretty much said, you know, good luck to you, and come back the next day, and I was only going for the one day, so it sucked. I didn't get a chance to meet him or get anything signed. I did meet Neil Adams, which was a cool guy. I got him to sign my Batman Odyssey #1. Very nice guy. He was very cool. You know, it was free. He didn't charge anything. Which was very nice, you know, saved me some money. Just he was an all-around nice guy. He was chatting for a little while. There was really nobody on his line, which sucked, but it was good for me because I got a chance to get it signed. One of the big things I got signed, which was really cool, was I actually got a chance to meet Todd McFarlane, which I was very happy about. You had to get a ticket to get his autograph. If you didn't have the ticket, you were out of luck. So I was actually lucky enough to get a ticket, and I met him. You know, everyone says that he's a dick, but he was really cool to me. I mean, I can't say he was a dick. He was actually really nice. When I was waiting on the line, it was like I was waiting on him for a little while. Of course, when they started to get to the time restraint, when he was getting ready to leave, they started telling people you're only allowed to have 2 things signed. And he was giving away a lithograph that was signed as well. He was signing a lithograph given away, and that was one of the ones. So it was like basically you got the lithograph and then something else signed. Then when they ran out of lithographs, they said you can get 2 books signed, which was cool, but it sucked because I had 3 that I really wanted to get signed. So when I actually got up to him, he was very, very nice, and I got, as you can see, I got Spawn #1 signed, which was cool, and I got the first appearance of Venom signed, which was really cool. And if I slipped this one underneath, and I mean the people in back at McFarlane gave me a hard time about it, but I actually got my Spider-Man #1. The Platinum Edition, which is rare, signed, which was really cool. Like I said, they were giving me a hassle that I had 3, but he said, you know, don't worry about it, you know, don't listen to it. I don't mind signing it. I really appreciate you waiting on the line and coming out to meet me. And I told him, I was like, you're a great artist. I was like, I loved your Spider-Man work. Spawn was pretty cool. And but other than that, I mean, he was just a cool guy. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he was a dick to some people, but he was cool to me. I was actually able to score an old Spider-Man comic, which was really cool. That was the one cool thing about the Comic-Con, is all the vendors there that own comic book shops. Everything there was like 50 to 75% off on all the books. I mean, this was like a $40 book, and I pretty much got it for about $5. So I was happy. An old comic that was on my list that I wanted to get, I was actually able to find. But other than that, I mean, it sucked that a lot of the subbers I wanted to meet weren't there. A lot of them that were supposed to be there on Friday canceled and moved themselves to Saturday. And an actual friend of mine that went Saturday said a lot of the people were canceled on Saturday too, so it kind of sucked that this was a big one, or supposed to be like one of the biggest ones, and a lot of people just didn't show. I missed the opportunity to meet Kevin Conroy, and I missed the opportunity to meet Seth Green. You had to have tickets for their thing, which I didn't know until it was already too late. So that sucked. Mark Hamill, he was just way too expensive to have anything signed. He was $100. And I did weigh it out. I mean, I did pause, and I saw him, and I got a photo of him. But it was too much money. There's just no way. I did meet Kevin Sorbo. I got an autograph and a photo with him. Unbelievably nice guy. Really, really nice. He was really cool. We were talking about, I told him he should go up to Marvel and demand that he play Hercules in the second Avengers movie. He laughed and said, he might just do that. But he was really cool, really nice guy, and it was funny that there was just nobody on his line. I don't know, I guess people just don't care or don't remember about him. Eliza Dushku was there. I didn't get her autograph. I did get a photo of her, but her line was just way too long. Jerry the King Lawler from WWE. I met him and got his autograph. He was funny as hell, just like he is on Raw. Very, very funny. He was a cool guy. And he was pretty much the cheapest one out of all the autographs I got. His was only $20. Thank God. They did have the 1989 Batmobile, which was awesome. I got the photo with that next to the car. That was cool. I've been trying to get a photo with the Batmobile for a long time. Other than that, I mean, I did have fun. It just sucked that a lot of people I didn't get a chance to meet, and just like time restraint, like everything's like so close together. Like there's like almost no breakage. So I'm exhausted. Now to the lovely review part of my lovely show. A couple of the comics that I got recently. The Amazing Spider-Man, The Spider Island. Mary Jane gets her spider powers. About time. Interesting comic. It was pretty cool. I liked it. They have the Jackal is back, and Spider-Man clone is back as like some kind of spider thing, and Captain America is still Captain Tarantula or some weird thing, huge spider. But it was cool. I got Green Arrow #2. Wasn't a huge fan of the first one. The Green Arrow #1, it was kind of iffy, but this one was actually pretty cool. It was a good comic. I was actually able to pick up Grifter #1, which is, if anybody remembers, he's from the Wildcats a long time ago, and I got Grifter #2. They were both good books, worth picking up. I got Batwing #2, this is the guy I was talking about in my other episode, the Massacre guy, who's basically almost like Doomsday, the Batman version of Doomsday. It's not a bad book. I mean, Batwing, he takes a knife through the chest, almost like piercing his heart, and he's still ready to kick ass. It was a good book. I got the Dark Knight #1, which I was a little disappointed. It actually wasn't that great, and I'm a Batman fan, so for me to say that, then, hopefully they step up their game. I got the Detective Comics #2, which the first one was really, really good, and the second one actually is pretty cool too. There's like some guy called the Doll Maker, and he pretty much turns Jim Gordon like inside out, which is pretty nasty, but good book. I got the Batman and Robin #1. It wasn't bad. I mean, I'm not really a fan of Damian. He's kind of shitty. I mean, I love Dick Grayson as Robin. He's awesome as Nightwing, and Tim Drake I was a fan of as Robin. He's really cool. Even Jason Todd wasn't bad, but Damian I'm just not really a fan. He's just kind of like, he's iffy. And I got the Green Lantern #2. Very cool comic. Very, very cool. Hal Jordan takes the ring, and it's cool because Sinestro basically controls it. He can turn the power off on it anytime he wants, and he actually does in the comic a couple times. It was a good book. It's worth getting. Another fun thing I actually got that was cool. The Comic-Con was free. A lovely bag with Spider-Man and the X-Men on it. Very cool. They're actually selling these on eBay now for like $100. Go figure. It pretty much does it for my lovely review of the Comic-Con and a couple review of my comics. I hope you enjoyed the lovely review and might have helped a little bit. Until next time, everyone. See you later.